Battlefield of Eternity! Here we go, everybody! We got our second semi-final in the winner bracket. And yes, we already have a few of the heroes banned out. I actually restarted the video recording for YouTube because for some reason Brightwing made an appearance. It seems like donation sounds made it through and they shouldn't, so I have no idea what happened there, but well, fair enough. Again, we made it in time. We are still at the Masters Clash here, so this is an offline event that currently is taking place in Paris. And all of the players are on site, so we have 4 teams in total. This is a best of 3 series. The winner bracket semi-finals are best of 3s, and then afterwards all of the matches, with the exception of the grand final, are best of 5 matches. The best of the grand final is a best of 7. Yeah, maybe a little bit confusing. If you think it through for just a second, it makes sense, I promise. But this is going to be a good one, because we got Granit Gaming now coming in, and they, of course, have a big reputation to live up to. I gotta tell you guys one thing right away, because a lot of people, you know, they watch them play here, they watch them play on some of the NA tournaments, and they're like talking about Whoopi and all these guys. You gotta understand one thing. These guys know each other, they know each other very well, and they just are here to have a little bit of fun. So they are participating in a lot of the tournaments because they know they're going to get a bit of prize money. They are not really putting tons and tons of time into their practice. It's not like they're scrimming every single day. They have a lot of experience to draw from, but at the end of the day, their objective is, let's have some fun with some friends, do the best we can in the environment where we are, but the priority is on fun, and then to also, of course, make a little bit of pizza money. Now, heading into a big event like this, things change slightly in the sense that I am sure they are practicing a bit more for the final event, but for them it's just important, be there at the offline event, hang out with the players. I know that yesterday, for example, all of the boys met up and they grabbed food, they went to a restaurant together. So that's a high priority here. I'm just like trying to manage expectations a little bit from people that have watched HGC religiously and then look at this and are like, yeah, this is not quite the same. Did they get worse? Did others get better? They got worse. They're not training as much anymore, and that's just what happens. But of course, they still have a lot of experience. They know what they're doing, and they are aiming to win this, and they're going to do their best. But they also go up against Chili Mountain, Team Wah. And that's going to be quite interesting now, since this is obviously still one of the top teams here. So the #1 team in Europe. Dainu's playing for them, so he is able to make it to Paris. That means that therefore this time they're playing with their full lineup. They don't need a sub. Last time when they played in Miami, I knew this was going to happen.
Test. Wet beavers.
I knew this was going to happen. Yes, no wet beavers in this one. We have Battlefield of Eternity. Maybe we're getting the Tomb of the Beaver Queen later, but for now it is Battlefield. So, yeah. Rega, Banana H is currently playing Rega. We got Mirrodin. Dainu with his Sylvanas. If you've seen him play, then you know that he loves to play Sylvanas, not only for the value on the Immortal and the push with it, but also for the side lane pressure that he can execute with her and a split pushing. Now, on bigger maps, of course, with 3 lanes, this is going to be more dangerous, but now they could technically, for example, have a big Immortal move through 1 lane and then have Dainu try and target the other side of the map and do some damage there. Poig with Thrall, and that is a Thrall that could go into Trash Lightning if they wanted to. Doesn't happen all the time. Most of the time it's still Trolling Thunder, but you now have the option to go for Thrall with stacks, since Urel is going to take over on the side lane. Ultralisk on Maiev. I'm actually surprised that he gets his Maiev, because I honestly expected her to be banned out again against him, but not so much. Instead, they banned Malthael, saving Breeze a bit, who's now one of his favorites, so he's currently playing Diablo here. And, well, with that, we now got the final pick, Macke, coming in here in Battlefield of Eternity, and he is locking in Liming. Okay, off we go. Liming and Thrall for most of the damage. Game #1 in the best of 3 series here at the offline event in Paris. Let's go, everybody. Granit Gaming against Chili Mountain. Chili Mountain against Granit Gaming. The series kicks off with Masquerade on Mirrodin, Dequaza on Leoric. We got Banana H on Rega, Dainu on Sylvanas, and Ultralisk on Maiev. On the right side of the map, Gulnar with Stukov. We got Poik on Liming, Breeze on Diablo. Macke is playing Thrall, still waiting for that level 1 talent choice. And Whoopi is playing Urel. The Space Goat is in the house for the Whoopster. Yeah, Masters Clash, everybody. Big tournament, of course. We are finally here at the offline final. The top 4 teams made it all the way. The season was long, We had qualification tournaments, we had a round robin stage, and now we're here with Macke locking in the Trolling Thunder, helping currently the top lane out. And can Granit Gaming pull it off here? There's 12,000 euros of prize money on the line, so quite a fair bit of pocket change, and yeah, Chili Mountain is here to grab it all. They of course are hoping to pull it off now. And yeah, Dino's baiting already a bit. Just daring Breeze to engage, but Granit knows fully well that there's likely somebody sitting in that bush, and Muradin was exactly there where you would have expected him. So now the action is already popping off. Masquerade has to hop out with the Dwarf here, and they're going for Macke, who rotated down, but Thrall is able to get away. Poke, is he nervous? That's the question. And there's always this factor, of course, when you're playing at an offline event that you're now playing on stage in front of an audience that is going to have an impact. And also you're going to be for a very long time at the venue. That's just something that happens because we had now, I think, nearly an hour downtime between game number 1 and game number 2. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you can be very happy that all of the breaks are being cut out, or this would be a long video. But you have the luxury of just watching the action, whereas we had to go through all of the breaks as players were switching on stage, starting to set up, and still Leo topside, and the camp is now claimed down at the bottom. So the main thing is that in an environment like this, offline, normally what you have is kills coming in a bit late. There's not as much YOLOing going on as if this would happen in an online environment. There's a lot on the line here, obviously, too. So it's very different whether you're playing for 12,000 euros or whether you're playing for just a qualifier for any given tournament, where not that much is on the line now. Masquerade nearly with an early int here. That could have been a kill. Nice engage from Breeze with a good wall stun and putting the tank player of Chili Mountain in an awkward position. And now they're getting the kill. They're losing Diablo, but they got Rega. So they are already going aggressive. They're totally willing to sacrifice one of their heroes when on the back end of that they can also get a kill for themselves. So that's what's going on right now. But well, all the way up at the top, we currently have Whoopi holding the lane, very much so alone for the team. We get the camp cleared, Shaman camp on each side now that the Immortal has been announced. And let's see what they can pull off now. Because right now, Breeze at the bottom of the map, still going up against Masquerade, and who goes for the Immortal first? 7 seconds are left, you still have to deal with the Shaman camp, of course, as well. Galne Gulnar is already sitting tight. Here comes the lurking arm treatment. Ultralisk, they go for Maiev, and she's dead. Ultralisk is down, and Granit Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Easy double kill that they get. And now they're hoping. Macke stunned into the Immortal stun. Yeah, my friend, we saw that. But the blue team is definitely losing the hit points on the Immortal a little bit faster. Granit Gaming starting things off fairly well. They get the kills. They also take a lot of damage down at the bottom of the map. But that's something they can deal with, and it's not like the blue team hasn't taken any damage topside either. So yeah, they try to burn that out quickly. Off to a great start here. Chili Mountain came in once more as the favorite. These guys have been winning tournaments in Europe and even in North America for a long time now. For nearly 2 years or so, they've pretty much won everything that they could possibly win. But here, can they do it again? And now they're aiming for the kill on Macke, and they take Thrall down. Thrall eliminated, and with Green Jesus down, now there's a chance, maybe, for Chili Mountain to bring it back on Immortal Armor 1 after all. Poik, of course, is in a great spot for a situation like this. He's going to be attempting exploiting the situation as best he can with one combo after another. But he's not the only one that can combo shit off. Look at Masquerade in trouble again. Breeze, you don't have to ask him twice. And bam, Muradin is dead as Li Ming takes the kill. The halftime show has been decided in favor of Chili Mountain on the other hand. But it seems like the Quasar is also not going to make it. So kill after kill for Granit Gaming. They lose the objective on the other hand. Level 7 for both teams now. But it's a pretty interesting start into the game. So at the beginning, Granit Gaming pulling ahead on the objective a bit, then losing out on the Immortal. But getting the kills that should now facilitate an easy defense. I mean, the shield is already broken down within seconds, so little to be gained here. And it was kind of cool to see, because you expect that Li Ming is going to go for these combos against the Immortal whenever they're in a situation like this. But once that Muradin started to make a play for her, Breeze was ready. They expected Masquerade to try and pull this one off, and they instantly started to attack him, lock him into the corner, and then take him down. So the fort has taken damage, but it's not been destroyed. And a nice back and forth here in the early game. Level 7 for both teams now, which gives us the Ancestral Wrath as a nice nuke and sustain. We also got the Calamity, and we got the Growing Infestation. And yes, now with the Skullcracker here on level 7 for Muradin for a few more interrupts. Can of course always try and make a play maybe for Stukov. Yeah, look at Breeze. He's already waiting. He wants that angle. Yeah, they're trying to go again for Muradin. These combos are always there. Ghalnagul now following it up nicely. Every time this is being played out. 5 versus 5 now. The attempt of Chili Mountain to go for the fort down here after all. Also try and get a few more hits in. Plays are being made, as you can see. 4-2-2. And yeah, let's get the show on the road now. Ultralisk. Masquerade. All of them still hoping that they can make an engage happen at some point. But alright, level 10. It's gonna pop up just in time for the next objective. We should see the Immortal announced in a few seconds. And that's when the real party starts. That's when we can see a lot of combos being played out. They're already looking for an aggressive engage, but Dino isn't stupid enough to just move in front of the gate and just sit there like a sitting duck. But it also means that they are now getting some damage in. Interestingly enough, Granit Gaming has delayed their own Shaman camp. So while it's already being taken by Chili Mountain, just now the red team is making a play for it. Now they're 4-manning it right away, so they will get it in time, and there's 5 seconds left before they have to move over to the objective. But definitely a bit of a later clear by them. Should help them at the top. But the fort at the bottom of the map is likely going to fall. Level 10 abilities, the barbecue play from Breeze as he's heading into the lightning. A lightning breath for him. Mind control for Sylvanas. And the bot lane fort is going to fall. That's something that Granit is likely sacrificing. I don't think they're going to send anybody there. They know what's coming. Mind control, and they go for the Entomb. Instead, all of a sudden, Masquerade finds himself on the receiving end of a beating. Lightning Breath for Breeze, though, not doing too much. Maiev is still jumping out. They're trying to take the objective. And at the bottom of the map, as expected, the fort has now been destroyed by the camp, so this one is gone. Here come the hits. 4 kills to 2 still. But the leading experience goes to Chili Mountain. And this is just continuing to pressure now even the bot lane. So Sylvanas is starting to deal with the top. She's already burning the shamans down and the wave. And this is leading to Chili Mountain again taking the lead on the objective. With Dequaza having to be careful because he got targeted very quickly. The disc is out, but Thrall is fine. Trying to go for a bit of a shove here by Ghalnagul Na. That didn't really work for them. Li Ming tapping topside on the fountain. Coming in again for another play. Big Entomb hitting 3 of them. Dequaza with a play. Maka in trouble, and he's down as Maiev drops him. But still, we could see a kill from Poik, but they moved away. Poik not able to get the damage connected in that situation. Still a bit nervous here, apparently. 24,000, and the halftime show victory for Chili Mountain is now leading to the blue team aiming for Immortal number 2. Especially in that 5 versus 4 situation that they currently control. Stormbolt straight in Ghalnagul Na, interrupting. Nice! Stun into a stun! And Leo is dead! Oh, the heal! What a heal on Rhaegar. Yeah, Wooby dies, Yrel gets dropped, but I gotta admit that that Rhaegar heal here was perfect. Maiev, she really looked like she doesn't stand a chance there, but now it's Masquerade that gets attacked. And Masquerade is low and gets murdered. Big heals coming also from Ghalnagul Na. The 2 kills are in. They lost a lot on the Immortal. And now they are trying to bring this back. But can they? That's the question. Because Muradin is back in another 10. But so is Yrel. Yrel is back to business. Poik is moving back as they are trying to get him some some mana. I have no idea what that was, but that, well, I know what it was. It was stupid, but not quite sure why he made that move. I mean, that was more or less hiding in plain sight. So Dequaza sees an opportunity to force him into a battle, and the Entomb landed, but nobody was close enough to really help him. So that could have been a kill. Ghalnagul Na needs to be a bit more careful. That was way too far out. That could have been a huge mistake that leads to an objective being lost. And Masquerade, talking about mistakes, jumps in deep, gets immediately attacked. There's the Earthquake, drops the Avatar, still barely able to get out here, and Ancestral is still on a 17-second cooldown. So he came in close for a Stormbolt, and yes, Sledgehammer has his level 4 talent, so it's understandable, but he might have just been a bit too aggressive there. And now they're losing more and more hit points. So yeah, it's a wild one. First, Khaldor being a bit too aggressive as he's out there. Now we got the objective taken. Nicely done. The barbecue is still continuing. Urel, can she get out? Ult is already over, is hopping away. They're getting the globes now too that helped them in this encounter a bit, but no. There's the Ancestral. The better safe than sorry play from Rhaegar. The mind control, and bye-bye Diablo. Breeze is dead. Whoopi is on the run on his little sheep over here. And I could totally see him being able to get out here. Also, they can't chase him for too long because the Immortal is still pushing. Level 13 talents are ready. Yeah, Diablo is already on the way. Trying to help Whoopi out, though. No, he's going for the minion wave. Whoopi is going to escape. At this point, it's guaranteed that he is going to get out. The disc top side is going straight for Li Ming, and that is bad news for Poik. He gets the heal, but he doesn't get the cooldown for the teleport in time. So yes, that is the end of Li Ming. Li Ming is down, the mind control misses, but as you can see, Chili Mountain, they take the fort. They get the kills just when they need to. It's 6 kills to 6. Little battle that still continues here as Maka runs straight into the Quasar. But topside, this one has not been eliminated. So 2 forts are now gone on the red team side, whereas Granit Gaming was only able to reduce the hit points of one of them. Couldn't even get a kill here, so yeah, not that great for them. Not that great a spot to be in, honestly. So can they do a bit more here? Can they maybe now fight for the bottom camp and get a kill here? Because they need to close this experience gap. There's always the danger that your opponent pulls ahead with the level 16 talents, and yeah, good luck then. Take in an objective. Battlefield of Eternity is a map where locking in an objective usually takes quite a lot of time. So you can always try and recover some hit points. Oh, nice attempt at Entomb, but that one was juked. Whoopi, 3 seconds for his ult, and he gets killed. Literally a second before the ult is back. So Whoopi down, 7 kills, 2-6. That is bad news. Yeah, that's rough. So here's the push with Sylvanas again. We talked about it during the draft and how great she is at helping a team to exploit a good situation. If you win an objective, you get a few kills, you can always use her to pull even further ahead, and that's what they're doing here. And now the situation that I talked about a second ago is unfolding in front of us. Level 16 any moment, and the red team is far away from this. Meaning that they are going to have a tough time fighting for the objective, but giving up the Immortal would mean that you're losing a keep. Even though we're only 13.5 minutes into the game right now, if you lose the Immortal here, you will lose the keep. Unless you somehow push past them and you get a big fight and a victory. But that doesn't really seem like it. Will of the Forsaken is now in. You can tell that Granite Gaming is focusing more on defense, but the halftime show is already reached, more or less. A bit more damage and that's it. And yeah, they're in trouble. And they know it too. This is a really shitty position to be in. You're a level behind, but it's the one level that matters. Mind control. Yeah, they're trying to counterplay it. And here comes the Entomb. Thrall already activating the Earthquake. The attempt to turn it. Locking them down with the Wolves. But nope, they cannot get a kill. And getting experience is tricky too. Urel has already started to move down to the bottom of the map, and she has to, because if she doesn't, then this keep takes damage. But the moment she appears in vision, the blue team is going for it. And that's what they're doing right here. So they take the halftime show, and now they have the chance to get even more than that. AKA the entire thing. Half a level until 16. So close and yet so far. Yeah, they're trying to at least limit the damage by reducing the shield as best they can. For their defense, they will have level 16 talents. So better than nothing, I guess. But it's still a consolation prize, and they know it as well. 41,000 damage for Li Ming, 43,000 for Sylvanas. Third highest damage dealer in the game is currently Thrall. And here come the level 16 talents for them. The Alpha Killer for the Wolves, or the Alpha Wolves. Nice dodge by Whoopi. Doesn't get hit by the disc immediately with the spray game on point. I like it. Yeah, that cocky little bastard. Look at him. Comes in and is like, I could do this all day. The casual spray, you know? Casual dodge, casual spray, just makes sense. And then immediately with the Ando in question mark here, is like, the fuck was that? Was that a play? Are you kidding me? Do you know who I am? Do you know who the fuck I am? But of course, now the bot lane gets attacked and Li Ming is attempting to deal with the Immortal at the top. This is the two-prong attack that I've been talking about during the draft. But they give up on it and instead they are starting to focus towards the top. Now, this could honestly be a defense where they are holding all of it. But yeah, mind control is missing. That's a nice one, dodged as is. The disc doesn't, so this time Thrall gets hit. Barbecue, they're pushing it way past. Now they're losing time to defend against the Immortal, but it seems like the Keep might just survive this. They want kills, of course, but they're not getting any just yet. But it seems like the Keep makes it. It's so close and it's gonna fall. No! The Keep falls, it's gone. Can they get kills? That's the question. Banana H? Yep, he's dead. Banana got stomped. They can make a few banana shakes out of what they just locked themselves in. And yeah, Masquerade is also gonna die. He's obviously trying to make this a bit funny, but Poik shows no mercy. Poik just goes in and just splatters him. It's like, yeah, screw you. Ain't happening. Dino, by the way, is having a bit of a problem. That problem is called a chronic lack of hit points. And yeah, also no way to escape. So down he goes. Sylvanas is dead. And 9 kills to 7 puts Granit Gaming for a short period of time into the driver's seat. They can take 1 fort down. Maybe they're able to do a bit more than that. Experience is starting to, yeah, maybe not lean in their favor yet, but they can definitely work on that. Especially since they're now trying to go for additional camps. So not too shabby. Granit Gaming is starting to claw their way back into this game. But they are heavily ahead in structures. There is no denying that. They don't have a keep at the top lane any longer. They lost their fort at the bottom of the map. But here we have them going now for the bottom fort. And taking that one too would be great. But the Muradin is back, so yeah, they gotta be careful. But they also can go for kills. They try to go for Banana. And this time the Ancestral is there. It doesn't change it though. Banana is dead. Breeze with a big, big, dirty engage. It ain't easy being Breezy, but he pulls it off. So, yeah, here, quick look at this. Check Rhaegar out. Yrel coming in from the side here, and Rhaegar then getting murdered. Even with the Entomb coming through, that didn't change anything. And Breeze can get the kill here. Perfect kill. This is exactly how you need to play it out. They got the fort, so that means 2 of the forts are now down. And the advantage of Chili Mountain has been significantly reduced. So, they go for the halftime show here. Breeze and his boys, this time they are taking the lead and they're taking the camp. Now this is the big one. Level 20, also close for both. 10 kills to 7 now. Chili Mountain is not as easy for them as they thought they would be. And they are a bit late to the party, guys. They're losing this one. They're losing this objective. There's no way. There's no way for the blue team to take it anymore, and they realize it too. So the bottom keep is still up for grabs, and that needs to be defended. It needs to be defended quickly. But the Immortal at least is taken. It's of course always debatable on how much they can do with the Immortal now that they have to send everybody down to the bottom of the map in order to deal with this particular camp. To ensure that they're not losing their keep. They have to travel back towards the... actually, no. I'm actually lying. I thought for a moment there was a top lane Immortal, but it isn't. So this makes things way easier for them. I was questioning whether they could arrive at the top lane in time, and then I realized that the Immortal was moving bot side. So no, they can actually push this. They defend their keep and they push. So right now, there's the chance. And we have level 20 talents, and that gives us Earthen Shields. Big ult. Mind control on Breeze. I can always argue what kind of mind can they be controlled when Diablo is the target. But they now go for the keep, and I don't see a reason why they wouldn't be able to at least take this one down. Breeze with the engage. Mind control being used again. There's the Entomb. Big ult, of course, from Dequaza, but he doesn't get a lot out of it. That didn't hit as well as he was hoped for. And they could technically even go for game. If they get a couple of kills here, they can try to pull that off, and the Ancestral missed. And there's the double kill. Guys, they're pulling it off. That's a win. That is a win. They get the double kill. Leo and Rhaegar are both down. They don't have support anymore. They just got both of them. Muck is on the run, but he's still alive. The core is losing hit points. The shield is already gone. Ultralisk is trying to save what's there to save, but Dino dies, and that is game. Chili Mountain. They take the loss on map number 1. Granit Gaming locks in a victory in Battlefield of Eternity.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Infernal Shrines, the second map in the best of 3. We are still in the winner bracket semi-final. After that, best of 5s will be the normal mode of the games. Only the grand final is the best of 7 after that. So yeah, we're slowly progressing through the early stages here. But I gotta say, that is an interesting start into the best of 3 series. So Chili Mountain starting off well, getting their kills, getting ahead, taking down 2 forts, dropping a keep, and then starting to lose out in team fights and being snowballed by Granit Gaming, who now have taken the 1-0 lead in the series. So off we go. We got Brightwing, and we also have the Thrall band out now. The Macke Respect band, look at that. Yeah, Thrall coming in. Apparently they weren't really too happy with this. Of course, Thrall, if he goes for the ult here, he can also on Infernal Shrines have a huge impact on shrine fights. But it's kind of funny that Macke gets target banned by them now. And Hogger gets banned too. That leaves us on the side lane with Blaze, of course, as a good option. We still have Leo up for grabs. We could also get Urel again for Wooby. But at first, we got another ban incoming. I gotta admit that this is kind of fun. I'm not sure if Chili Mountain really expected that to happen. Of course, you can't really count out players of the caliber of Breeze, Wooby, Macke, Poik, and Gulnar. But at the same time, if you look at the previous matches that they played, they always felt, you know, like a little bit, yeah, they're here, they have fun, but at the same time, it's not the glory of old. And I think that's still true, but it just shows that these guys, if they really go for it, can take any team down. Can they be consistent with it? It's a different question. But with the 1-0 lead in the best of 3 series, anything can happen. You end up with one shitty draft, you end up with one player being caught off guard a little bit, and all of a sudden you lose a map, and then it's a victory for Granit Gaming as they move on to the winner bracket final, where we, by the way, have Oxygen already waiting. Team Oxygen is waiting there for their opponent, and in the lower bracket, of course, that's where we have the Bang Bush. Diablo and Lucio, the easy picks for Granit Gaming. So Breeze sees the chance to play Diablo again and locks him in immediately. One of his best, if not his best hero, and they take every opportunity here to put him into play. And he used early Vala pick of Dino. And we get Masquerade on Uther. So it seems like we have a double support for them, with Uther doubling as a main tank as well. And double support Vala could be wild. And I'm not even sure that even with that they would then go into an auto attack style for Vala, but it could still be a multi-shot build for him to get the extra value on the shrines too. That's the normal build that we have on Infernal Shrines. But of course, if you're going for a double support with Vala, then very often the auto attack build is really something that is tempting. Now, we got the ban on Stukov. Don't want to deal with that. There's of course also a lot of stuns. Stukov can dish out a lot of damage, and he has great follow-up for any stun combination that they could utilize, and controls the shrines well. But yeah, good game so far. First game was awesome, and now we have a draft that is already shaping up to be very interesting as well. Sergeant Hammer gets banned. Okay, that's the one thing that they don't want to deal with. No hammer time here. Not sure if they would have used that though. Sergeant Hammer can be very strong, but I don't always associate it really with Granit Gaming in their typical playstyle. They obviously can play it, and have, but still. Hammer's out of the mission, and now for Wooby. Is it Urel? Urel would combo well with Diablo, but again, we talked about some of the alternatives on the side lane. But they go for her again, and Maiev gets played by Poik. Alright, very, very beefy lineup. Lucio is there to help them out, speed things up. And what can they do now on the last pick? They need range damage. They don't have anybody yet. And Macke can of course always bring a mage in. So if he wants to, I mean, he can also play Tracer. So there's a lot that he really can provide now, and he's waiting what the composition looks like for Chili Mountain before he goes for anything. Here's the second support. Anna is being played with Malthael, and guys, this is an interesting combo. Divine Shield Malthael with a nano boost is also crazy. He is getting mad value on a shrine. So there's a lot of potential things that they could do with this. But yes, a Divine Shielded Malthael with an Nano boost, going Tormented Souls on Infernal Shrines can be an absolute monster. And that's where you really have to make sure that you're either stunning out one of the two supports so they can't get the combo, or that you somehow else save your ass. And Falstad could be one that can provide here with a Gust. So, Infernal Shrines, the second map. Can they pull it off? Can Granit Gaming get a 2-0? Or are we going to map number 3? Let's find out. Infernal Shrines, second map of the series. Chili Mountain in blue on the left side with Dequaza on Blaze. Ultralisk is playing Malthael in the second game of the series. We have Dino and Vala. Gonna definitely watch for his level 1 talent. Few options. Banana Age is playing Ana. We got Masquerade on Uther with the double support. So again, Uther doubling as a main tank here, as he did in the past. Breeze playing Diablo for Granit Gaming. We have Wooby on Urel, Mako on Falstad, Poik on Maiev, and Galnagulnar is playing Lucio. Alright, it is the multi-shot build. Even with the double support, no auto attack style, no gambit on level 1, multi-shot build instead, as already talked about. That was kind of expected. Big value to be had on Infernal Shrines and also very solid damage. And they might save some of their ults for Malthael. As I said before, if you go Tormented Souls with Malthael and then you go for the Divine Shield and the Nano Boost, that is a pretty incredible combo. I mean, I have seen entire teams that were murdered by Malthael just in that particular situation. So right now, what is likely going to happen is that Maka is going to try and play with his Gust around it. Now, obviously, you can't Gust Malthael himself away once that the Divine Shield is used, but you can isolate him a bit and can make sure that you only have to deal with him for a short period of time and then can recover from that spot. So there's quite a few things. Damage was of course needed for them as well, so they went for Falstad and he can deliver, and Maka is already trying to also get some stacks together for the frequent flyer here on level 1. So getting all of that basic damage in that he can then throw towards their front line, where he has to deal with Uther, Malthael, and with Blaze. And Breeze with his Toxic Diablo. It's his favorite skin by far. I mean, this is like the Breeze skin. Nice move with the Sleep Dart by Banana. Breeze was so ready for that engage to come in and steal the camp away. Instead, they had some time to rotate over and take the camp. So nicely done by Chili Mountain. Each team now with one Khazra camp that they just took. And here we go. Bottom of the map. That's where we are currently. And yep, Whoopi is in trouble, but he escapes. If they could have just used any kind of CC against him again, that would have likely been the end of him in that situation. But, well, for now, what we have is a level 4 Souls to the Flame. And all the way up to the top, Dequaza, and even in this case, actually, it's Falstad that helps out. Whoopi, I mean, he went in, committed honorable Sudoku here, but they might get a counter kill. Ultralis! Yes, there it is. There's the kill. Oh my god, they're gonna get 2, aren't they? Masquerade, even if he gets another heal, that should be fine, and they get it. What turned out to be a bit of a suicide mission by Whoopi is now all of a sudden a double kill for the red team as they take down Uther and Malthael. Yeah, Chili Mountain. It's getting a little bit chilly up there. These boys are starting to have some trouble, and I'm not sure if they expected that. Again, I repeat myself here, but Chili Mountain, Granit Gaming was fucking around quite a bit during the season. I mean, they even trolled in some of their games to an extent where they had to start from, I think it was 5th position into the gauntlet. That's where they were at. They ended up being 5th after the regular season in the round robin because they had a few games where they were just absolutely trolling. These guys, they want to have fun, but there's also a lot of money on the line right now. So there's a bit of a mix of both. And they did that also in the CCL. Some of the games they just said like, yeah, we want to have some fun, it's free money. Why wouldn't we do that? So right now, they are showcasing that if they want to, and if they just train a little bit, they can all of a sudden be a serious contender. Do they win the series? We'll still have to see and wait if they can pull that off. But they definitely are making Chili Mountain work for it. I can guarantee you that much. So Chili Mountain, they get the kill and they get the first objective. It's 2 kills to 2. So the blue team still coming in as the top dog in Europe. And they're now realizing that they definitely have to bring their A game against an opponent like Granit Gaming. but this is still anybody's game to take. So who takes it? Who wins here? Poi gets attacked by the Punisher who wants a piece of him, but still survives. The gate, the wall is gonna fall. Level 7 talents are available for the blue team, so yes, there's the lead for them. Finally gets claimed by Granit Gaming. They instantly are trying to go back into the fight. Punisher with a jump, with a stun. They bait it even further back and make it more difficult for Chili Mountain to go for the fort. So they still hold on to it. They still have the fort here. And I love how the Punisher just absolutely ignores this. It's like, yeah, you're not worth my intention. You are not worth this at all. So, all the way at the top, Rayquaza is the one that has taken one of the towers down and the gate. And the blue team is working on the next camp. So they are starting to take this one down. Yeah, we got rid level 20, so with 20 stacks to the level 1, we have the quest now completed, and he of course can increase the stacks even further to get the damage out. But the camp has already been claimed. They were hoping to maybe even get a kill here, but they couldn't. After they discovered that the blue team was attacking this heavily. It's a wild game already. I already like what we're seeing here. Good action from both sides, but it's a level lead for Chili Mountain. So they're doing another great job here in the early game, getting those extra mercenaries, as you can see, getting the minion experience. They just did a better job rotating, and with the 2 supports they're playing here, they also have a lot of sustain in these team fights, which we shouldn't forget about either. But yep, mid lane, level 10, very close now. That could become a problem for the next shrine. So you gotta be careful there. You have to be diligent about the minion experience. And also, Chili Mountain is already moving down to the bottom of the map. You can tell that they want to have that fort. And they're gonna get it. With level 10 that they just locked in now, they are going to lock that fort in. It would be absolute suicide by Granit Gaming to now engage into the battle here. So yeah, that's not happening. No Tormented Souls, by the way. We get the Nano Boost, we get the Divine Shield, but they don't go for the double whammy on Malthael. They go for the last rites instead. Now, still powerful for him, but it's not this crazy Malthael engage that we saw sometimes in the past, where he destroyed teams, especially teams that didn't have enough stuns to deal with him. So yeah, there it is. They still got both. And yeah. How many stacks can they get? That's the bigger question. And talking about stacks, we got 22. Whoopi, he has his ult now. Even if it was if it would become a problem, he could have used his ult. They had level 10 as it happened, but yeah, no. Each team, both of them, they still got all the cooldowns ready. The big difference is that one fort at the bot lane that has fallen. So now we can, of course, try and find out what can be done here with the containment disc. And off we go. Shrine number 2. First one with the rogue abilities. They go for Diablo for just a moment. Breeze is going to look for that angle again to get the stun here. And Breeze has a lot of one-shot potential, especially later when he has all of his skills available and all of his abilities. But he is insane on Diablo. His favorite hero gets the stun. They immediately try to go for Rayquaza and force him to pop the bunker. Not so much yet, but they have the position for just a second, and then they start to slowly retreat here. It's an uncomfortable position too, because there's a Shaman camp at the top. Another stun. Needs to be careful with the counter stuns that can come from Uther and from Blaze as he moves in with the jet propulsion. 13 stacks to 5. No ults have been baited out yet. But the top fort is suffering. It's taking damage. Seems like it's gonna fall. They will have to sacrifice if they want to win the battle here. Gust is already used. There's the Divine Shield already over. Ultralisk still there. Last rites. Make is dead. Yeah, he dies. And so does Diablo. And it's a triple kill. 3 heroes down, all of them just murdered in that last engage. And Whoopi, he's also in trouble, and he's not going to survive this if they want him. If they are really willing to use a bit of time to take him down, then they will be able to pull that one off. Yeah, Rayquaza, as you can, he's just waiting for the jump. But no fucking way. Okay, there we go. He is dead. As dead as HGC. Not a single breath left. But yeah, check this fight out. So this was the big battle, of course. First they try to go for him with the last rites. Marcus survives for a moment, but then gets murdered in the second attempt. They kill Diablo, and after that they move in for Maiev. So 3 kills for Chili Mountain, a big victory in the fight that leads to the Punisher taken, and now they can go straight into the mid lane and go through that fort like hot butter through cheese. They burn it down, not a care in the world, and they're still relying on a 2-level advantage pretty much, and a talent lead too. So yeah, this is glorious for Chili Mountain. They're going at least for the gate here. It's a Frozen Punisher as well, so that makes matters worse. There's no Sylvanas here, but they still get big damage in. The entire wall is destroyed. And of course, it's not the only fort that has fallen. The top fort has also been eliminated. Every single outer fort is now gone. And on top of that, we got also the fountains removed, which is probably more important for them. So yeah, we got, with that, 6 kills to 2. 2-level advantage. It's going to be even talents for a short period of time. But unless we're now seeing another fight forced by Granit Gaming, it's likely that Chili Mountain is going to get the level 16 lead on the next one. So yeah, that's big. Yeah, that's going to be pretty big here. But okay, either way, they might go for the battle now. It's in the interest of Granit Gaming to force a fight. If they can fight a good angle, they will use it. This is the one chance that they have with level 13 talents. After that, it's going to become problematic. So, yes, here's the move. But Boink is nervous. The last rights, and that's a kill. First stack for Malthael. Banana is still alive. They couldn't kill Ana. Now they're going again for Whoopi, but he escapes. Has to pop his ult though, but you can tell that the pressure is mounting on them. It is a real issue now that level 16 is so close for Chili Mountain, because they can now siege up with the talent advantage at the bottom keep and have a realistic chance of doing some damage here. Maybe even take the keep itself. Yeah, it's a 3-level advantage at this point. The stats lead alone is crazy. And they're going for Breeze immediately and nearly get a kill here. Ultralis got the other. How the hell did they just save him? Ultralis could have fallen, but he makes it out somehow. Now the focus on Vala. Vala gets attacked. They want Dino, and they get him. Dino is dead. Lucio, what? Lucio survived. Excuse me? But the battle isn't over yet. Holy shit! 1 down. Blaze is dead. How do they all escape? Are you fucking with me? Breeze finally dies to a last right, but how is everybody just running around with 0 hit points? And why do they keep doing it? Market, don't give them another chance to kill you. Whoopi the same. The cleanup job is happening. It looked great, honestly, for Granit Gaming. I was so confused as to why nobody died on their end. And then they just thought for some reason that they are invincible and were quickly proven wrong. I mean, take a quick look at this one. Look at the hit point bars on these bad boys. They somehow engage with no hit points. They go, look at this. Nobody has hit points. But they get a kill on Vala and on Blaze and get everybody out there. And then for some reason they believe, like, well, let's stick around a bit longer, and they lose a few heroes after all. Yeah, what a insane fiesta there. So many clutch plays just to be taken down towards the end anyways. Now, there is good news on the other hand. And the good news is that they're about to hit level 16. Now, of course, they're losing the lead here, but they could now force the fight. They could go into the fight. They could do that. And you could argue that they should. Whoopi is still busy here. And I guess they let it slide. They're sacrificing the bottom keep. Yep. They are sacrificing the bottom keep. They're not even trying to make a play for it, so they're just saying, yep, whatever. Bottom keep. We don't need that. It's fine. So instead, what they're doing is they are trying to defend against the Punisher. Still a bit of action here in the middle of the map. But again, the good news is it's 16 versus 16. That's the one good news that they have here. So we still have a few more plays to be made. It's a 2-pronged attack now. They're not only happy with attacking the bot lane, they want to go for the middle too. Both of these keeps are already low, so in an ideal world they get 2. Divine Shield on Uther. Yeah, he's still alive. Breeze, on the other hand, he gets attacked. They're trying to get past this. And good heals coming out from the red team as they're saving Breeze. But can they save the keeps? I don't think so. They might be able to save one of them, but even that is a bit of a question mark. The one at the bot lane has already fallen. The bait of the Punisher now in the middle as they're still attempting to safeguard what's there to save. But it's just continuing. The plays are there. The core is getting attacked. The shield slowly falling. A bit of value had by the top lane, but that's about it. And down here, as you can already tell, the keep is losing hit points in the middle, and so does the core. So both of them are getting attacked right now. They want the kill, they get the kill. And they get another stack for Malthael, who's now sitting at 3 stacks. Diablo is dead. The core is down to 83%. The keep in the middle nearly destroyed. Here comes the play for game as Chili Mountain wants to force the 3rd map in the series. And they're looking better by the minute. Now, they lost the top 4 just now. But of course, that's not going to help too much. With 2 keeps now gone, they still aim for the keep. And just as the shield is slowly starting to build up again, they're coming in with more damage, dropping it down to 75%. And they want the entire thing here. Ultralisk! Yeah, Make gets the kill and gets the gust off, but Vala drops the birdie. Falstad back in the KFC bucket. Chicken for dinner. But they're slowly falling back here. They're trying to get Whoopi. And if they can kill him, then maybe they can focus on the core again. It's already at 67%. Top lane still being pressured, by the way. Granit Gaming's camp is getting mad value. It's getting a lot of value here. But it's not nearly getting enough to make this worth it. So yes, this entire wall has now fallen. 67%, level 20 on the board for Chili Mountain. And maybe the keep itself will also take a few hit points losses. But if they can close it... We all remember what happened in the late game on map number 1. That's where they shine right now. So yes, the keep has taken some damage, and with every single hit point that gets removed, there's a chance that after a big teamfight victory for Granit Gaming, they move topside and try to finish it all. So that little comeback is always here. That potential is always a given. But it's not going to be easy to get there. It's not impossible. Nobody said it's going to be easy. What does Granit Gaming now have to do? First of all, they need to maintain map vision. They need to make sure that there's nobody pushing through the mid or the bot lane to go straight up for the core and backdoor. Second, they have to take care of Falstad. He will sit on those side lanes and push them out, but they need experience. That's more important than anything else. And as you can tell from the progress that they're making here, as long as they're not getting caught, this is going to be a level 20 talent that they eventually will look at. So the blue team is playing aggressive. They try to exploit that level 20 advantage that they still have, but they won't have it for much longer. 68,000 damage for Vala, by the way. Pretty much doubling what Falstad has here. More damage than Falstad and Maiev combined. But the fight is still there. And we got the potential for the game ending here, while Granit Gaming is still waiting for level 20. They're sieging up. They try to be aggressive. So if you're Granit Gaming, you have to be very careful. Play it careful, play it slow. Just sit here around the core, protect the core, using as best as you can. Yeah, Whoopi gets saved, doesn't have to use the ult yet. Nexus is there too. Shots are being fired, shields are being reduced. Level 20 is close, very close. And the Shrine is activating. Shrine is activating. It's all about the level 20. The core is losing a couple of hit points, but it could be a victory for Granit Gaming if they can just get the kills right now. They don't have 20 yet. They don't have 20. They go for the ult regardless. And Breeze is dead. Breeze is down. But he's back to business in just a second. The problem is that Lucy dies too, and he won't be. So they're getting 1, they're getting 2, they're getting 3, and that's a win. That's a win for Chili Mountain. Diablo back or not, who gives a shit at this point? There's no way to win this any longer for the red team. They need the kills, they can't get them, and now Diablo is dead for good. He died, and so will the rest of the team. Catapults are moving in. It's a 5-man team wipe as Chili Mountain forces the 3rd game in the series. They drop Granit Gaming on Infernal Shrines and take the victory. GG. Tomb of the Spider Queen, the final map. We are going the distance, everybody. So, with that, we have Granit Gaming going up against Chili Mountain. Tomb of the Spider Queen, our final map after we just had Battlefield of Eternity leading into Infernal Shrines. And especially on Infernal, Chili Mountain definitely showing their skills. Forcing a very good fight around the core just before level 20 was available for Granit Gaming. It could have been a different story if level 20 was finally there. But yep, Granit was just forced into bad battles before that happened, and yeah, they had to defend the core, obviously. They were forced into the fight, and as it turns out, Chili Mountain kind of knows what they're doing in a situation like this. Okay, but at this point, we have now Tomb of the Spider Queen, where the decision is going to be made which team drops into the loser's bracket and which team moves on to the winner bracket final, where they would then face off against Team Oxygen. We have again the ban on Thrall. They really, really didn't like Mako and Thrall in game number 1. Yeah, they really didn't like that at all. He was locking people down. The earthquake was great that they had. A lot of the situations where it seemed like the red team was caught, they turned it around thanks to, especially after level 20, the earth and shields. But Chromie, she gets banned too. With Tomb, we have, of course, another map where there's a lot on hinging on wave clear, the AoE that you can push out. And, well, we have Hogger now as the first pick after Blaze has been eliminated. So Quasar, instead going for his normal pick. Instead, we already have Hogger locked in right there. It is a cool series, I gotta say. It's a really, really cool series. A lot of fun. And, yeah, I really want to see what they can now do here on the third map. And I'm talking more about Granit Gaming because despite everything that has happened here, they're still more or less in the underdog position. They're of course a contender, don't get me wrong. I mean, they made it into the top 4 and they already took a map off the blue team. But if you look at the accomplishments over the years after HGC was killed by Blizzard, after Blizzard murdered HGC, after they shot the league in the head, after they drowned them, hanged them, decapitated them, completely annihilated them. After that, it's Chili Mountain, the team around Masquerade, that had the bigger results here. So yeah. Okay, so we got Tacita and we got Diablo. Tacita, something that has been played also by the Hardos, by Oxygen, but quite a bit. But Junkrat, that was how everything started here. Great for the interrupts when your opponent is trying to turn some of the gems in. You have Johanna for the AoE here too. Now of course, Breeze could have gone into Diablo again, but didn't go for that. Instead, more wave clear for him now. Okay. And Lucio gets banned. Yeah, every single pick that he could make right now could really just absolutely backfire. So I totally like what we're seeing here. It's really just like every single pick is just super important right now. And every decision that you make, with Wooby still sitting here, you could go for Urel again on the side lane. Of course, we now have Blaze and Hogger already eliminated. Leoric is also up as another great pick for him too. And what else are we getting? Yeah, it's Urel. Urel gets banned. Yeah. So they try to force Wooby out of his comfort zone a bit. And the third map was also a little bit delayed, so if you guys are watching this on YouTube, all of these games are played out in Paris, of course, on stage, in front of an audience. And we had a few technical difficulties throughout the day, so everybody watching this on YouTube right now, you can be happy that I cut out the breaks for you boys. Because, yeah, we waited for a long time on the live streams, but there was apparently an issue with Poik's PC, and they had to fix that after the second map. To my knowledge, it didn't affect map number 2. But yeah, they fixed it. And now we got Anduin and we got Genji. So we have the Genji approach with the light bomb, the engage with the swift strike. Double Overwatch for them now too. And now for Banana H and Ultra is Kerrigan! Yes! There it is! Uther and Kerrigan. Uther and Kerrigan, they are in. Oh god, what an awesome setup for game number 3. Wooby, the final pick. Is he just gonna drop a Leo on us, or... honestly, I think they probably would like somebody that is a little bit more beefy here. Just wait for Diablo being picked and Johanna being put into the side lane position. We saw that multiple times now. Would love that, honestly, but I don't think it's happening. Instead, what we get is... we get Garrosh! I was wrong on the Diablo. I was totally on point when it comes to Jojo's side lane. There you go. Called it. He is still angry, he's still mean, and he's red, but it's Garrosh instead of Dibbles. Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 3, the final map in the best of 3 series. You have the semi-final in the winner bracket. Let's go, everybody. Let's see who moves on to the winner bracket final. Chili Mountain against Granit Gaming. It all comes down to the final map. It all comes down to Tomb of the Spider Queen. On the left side, we got a Masquerade with Diablo, Ultralisk playing Kerrigan, Quasar on Hogger, Dinu on Tacita, going for the Storm. And we got Banana H on Uther. Right side of the map, Mako on Junkrat, Wooby on Johanna for the side lane Jojo, Breeze on Garrosh main tanking it here. We got Poik on Genji and Galgulnar on Anduin. Yeah, they targeted the side laners, and of course, Jojo has been played in a side lane position in the past as well. She offers a lot that you really want on the side lane. She has the wave clear that you need to take those minion waves down. She has some self-sustain. If you go for the Laws of Hope. If you don't, then you still have the shield to work through, so that gives you survivability that you desperately need there. And she can really contribute a lot. So we'll see in the later team fights also how much they can do with a double front line. Because in the late game, all of a sudden you're going up against more or less 2 tanks, and that can be a massive, massive problem. Now, another thing that I also want to quickly note here is that I'm a bit of a dummy, because I've been talking about how I would love for them to pick Diablo. It completely went past me that Diablo was already taken. I looked at the bans for a moment to see if they banned him out, but I fully blanked on Masquerade taking Diablo for the blue team. So of course they couldn't go for him. Still totally on point with the double tank that we have for the front line now. But kind of funny now that I realize it. Because, yeah, I fully blanked on that. I didn't realize that at all. But it's kind of ballsy by Masquerade. After you've seen Breeze's Diablo, now your Masquerade is like, wait a second, I'm gonna show you mine. Yeah. So we got the camps focused by both of them. They go for the Bruiser camp here. Nobody is going for the Siege Giants at the bottom of the map just yet. Genji with the light bomb engage later is going to aim for the backline, and Tassadar, of course, in particular. Turn-ins, holding those gems, all of that is going to become absolutely crucial. And it would be wild. It would be absolutely wild if we would now see Granit Gaming move on and send the blue team into the losers bracket. That'd be pretty crazy. But let's not forget that we're just coming off a win for Chili Mountain. So, yep. And already a bit of displacement happening here. Masquerade gets attacked again, trying to push his way out of this. Carrigan with a combo, but the second stun doesn't connect. So Breeze is able to walk away from it. The one thing that I also want to quickly highlight is that they can now create a lot more stun opportunities for Masquerade because they use Tassadar here. So we got Tassadar in the house, and he is going to build a couple of fences and walls for Diablo so that he can get those stuns in. And this is always a fun combo. If Tassadar puts up the wall and then the stun happens from Diablo, it's always kind of nice if you create those opportunities for yourself. Now, of course, Galgulnar with Anduin can really help with these little saves that you could just saw there a second ago too. Genji pressuring the backline a bit, and well, down at the bottom of the map we still have our 1v1. There it is, the kill! Garrosh goes down, Tassadar went in, and yeah, that was honestly like the biggest play.
He built a wall, it was a great wall, it was tremendous, so huge, so big, no chance for Garrosh, couldn't walk away from it. Easy stun for Diablo. It was all because of the wall. It's a great wall. Everybody says so.
So yeah, it was absolutely well played here by Tassadar, and I mean, shots fired right there. So they get the early kill, they take Garrosh down, and well, on the turn-ins, we got still 16 gems turned in by the red team. Now, can they get the first turn-in though? That's the bigger question. There's it again! They go for another one! Wall is in, and this time Booby was not completely pushed. Like, they tried to go for the wall and then also for Hogger to completely block the path of Booby, and they couldn't quite work it out. But it always threatens, of course, Johanna in a situation like this. She has more survivability than most heroes that you would use on the side lane, so that's definitely a plus in her favor with the Iron Skin that she can use here. Something to still keep in mind. There's a lot of things that can now been thrown into the path of the Granit Gaming players whenever Hogger and Tassadar work together. So yeah, there's that. But so we got 1-0, we are 4 minutes in, we got the Web Beavers touching ground. The blue team is the first one to come in with that. And of course, now, can they break one of those forts down? The bot lane has already lost the towers, so there's that. And yeah, here we got our push coming at the bottom of the map that has to be dealt with first. But there it is in the mid lane. The Web Beaver wave also isolated a bit by the wall continuing blocking the choke point, or at least initially. Tassadar is also just firing away and trying to control them best they can. We got a lot of damage being done, and as you can tell, Whoopi is being pressured back here. So there it is. 1 kill to 0. Bit of a lead, and they get the fort. Guys, that is an amazing first objective for the blue team. I mean, damn. They get a fort and they destroyed all of the gates and towers with the exception of this little fella here at the top lane. That is serious value for them. Nicely done. Way more than I expected them to, I gotta admit. Now, they didn't get a kill. We still look at 1 kill to 0. But, yep. There it is. So, we have Banana H already up here. And Masquerade, Dino, Ultralist, they're all playing this one through at the top lane now in an attempt to take the tower down. And they should be able to. They're poking from range. But it's more about what exactly is the red team now going to do, because they are facing a serious problem here. They are going up against an opponent that will hit level 10 in just a few seconds and half a level, and they themselves haven't turned in yet. So, yeah, it's a bit wild now. The adjustments, by the way, on the build for Whoopi has the Eternal Retaliation and Conviction now. Speccing this a little bit different, that he would use it as a main tank, because he is side laning this. So that's pretty huge. And in the meantime, there's also the boss to be considered. Now, this one could be attacked as well, of course, but it's more about the level 10 abilities in the turn-in. And Granit can't be... Yeah, there comes the Iron Skin, just to make sure that Masquerade can't get the stun. If they get a lock-in on Whoopi and take him down, the gems are lost, then that would be a real big problem. But as it stands, it's not that big of a deal yet. As long as the blue team can't get a second turn-in, it's fine. But Granit Gaming has to, of course, worry a little bit about turning in for themselves right now. Yeah, it's pretty important here to at some point make their way over to the turn-in and complete it. Black Hole as level 10 ability for Tacita, so yeah, the control abilities continue. We now got our level 10s also in. Light Bomb Engage should be a thing. There's the Falling Sword, could even play it out with that. Yeah, Anduin walked away, nice. Kerrigan's combo didn't do anything. But this isn't over yet. There's the Light Bomb Engage. Well, not yet. Light Bomb hasn't been used. Divine Shield has already been popped. Ultralisk needed to be saved here. And Anduin has not committed yet. But the push in the mid lane is now leading to Chili Mountain potentially taking another structure down. They're definitely dropping it low. Can they kill the entire thing, though? It doesn't seem like they can. But now there's a chance for Chili Mountain to get another turn in, too. They don't have the gems yet, but they just need another 2 or 3 and they're going to be fine. So, yep. Here we go. And they try to make the play already in the back. We have Poi getting pressured back. Marker! Oh, they save him! He's actually alive. He made it out. But Anduin dies. Anduin is dead, and now Whoopi's in serious trouble here. If they can kill him, that is 29 gems lost. Chili Mountain is just taking a mad dump on Granit Gaming. Yeah, they did, but honestly, the worst has been prevented as Breeze locks the gems in for the team. So they at least recovered them. That is their ticket back into it, but at least up to now, Granit Gaming hasn't gotten a single kill and they're losing ground all over the place. They lost hit points at the top fort, they lost a lot in the middle. The bot lane, of course, was fully destroyed earlier, and now more camps are taken, turn-ins are happening, the blue team coming in with a second Webweaver wave. And that is just getting nasty. Yeah, this is getting really problematic now. Because they are looking at another talent advantage. They have a big lead in levels, which gives them a stats advantage for their heroes. And they can now take probably both of these forts down, which means there's no fountain even close to one of the turn-in points. So it makes engages very difficult for Granit Gaming. The middle fort is destroyed even before the Webweaver even touches ground. So that's just crazy. Top side, yeah, we got 3 kills to 0 and another 4 destroyed. Nobody's even trying to defend this. Everybody's more worried about the bot lane, and for good reason. That's where the keep is going to get attacked. So yeah, here we go. Right. There's the hit! Oh, Breeze! If they can kill him. He's the one that recovered the gems from Whoopi earlier. So that's 39 gems for him. But yeah, it's just nasty business. Guys, look at the minimap. Oh my god, Granit Gaming. Apparently, they poked the bear a little bit too much. Chili Mountain is angry. They're really angry. Super spicy plays all over the map. Down goes the keep, and that is the first one in the game. 10 minutes in, and the first keep has fallen. So yeah, this is just getting real crazy. The only way, I mean, there's 93 gems right now. The only way for Granit Gaming to win this is if they can get a big victory in one of the team fights and then really play around the boss and play around the double turn-in. Now, they have the gems. They can technically turn twice in a row. But they really need victory, and they got level 13 talents, but they have to make that play. They try to go for Dino, the wall stun is there, there's the black hole, they're trying to go for Genji, and he's in trouble, but so is the backline. Dino with the Divine Shield, and here's the kill! Yes, Woobity! Yeah, Woobity. Hibbity hobbity, there's a Woobity. He comes in and he goes straight in, gets the kill. Anduin is down, but so is also Garrigan. So it's a 4 versus 5. Hibbity hobbity, where's my Woobity? He's not gonna get another kill, is he now? He's trying to help them out here, but yeah, not quite. They need to zone them away. And here's the turn-in. Alright, so they finally get a couple of kills together and they kill the damage dealers. Carrigan and Tacita, they are both dead. Marke was super low, but he defended. And they have to push these lanes out a bit, and that's happening at the top lane in particular. So I really like what Poik is doing, ensuring that they cannot drop that minion wave quickly enough. Down at the bottom of the map, it's just simply trying to keep the waves away as much as possible. So they're taking the catapults down so that the Wet Beaver is at least pushing this out a bit, but they now need to join up with the rest of the team so that they can push through the mid lane. They gotta do that. 4 kills to 2. And can they pull it off here? Yes or no? That's the question. They gotta take structures. Yes. Oh my god, they actually fall back. They don't have level 16. They don't have level 16 and they want to play it safe. They know that being forced into a fight with a level 16 talent advantage on the side of Chili Mountain is just a little bit too much. So they are just calling it a day for now. Try and buy a bit of time. Try to get experience. And then probably attempt to play around it with the second turn-in. If they can get it. It's such an unfortunate spot for them to be in. Finally they win a battle. Finally they get a turn-in. And then their opponent has a level 16 advantage over them and they have to retreat. Yeah, I mean, you can of course always try to YOLO here. If you YOLO, you have a chance that you win the fight and you... Yeah. It's a tough decision. It's one of those things where in the moment you really have to make your choice. Can always backfire on you. If you take the big risk, you can reap the big reward, or it can backfire on you and then you just sit there and think, hey, why didn't we just wait for the talent to come into play so that we can have a serious chance in the team fight? But they are being forced into it. Look at Whoopi. Oh, 36 gems. They got level 16. They got level 16. They can try to make the play now. Whoopi is rushing away. He can still escape. He can still easily jump out of this. He has his ult. So if he wants to, he can move away from it, and he does exactly that, trading the cooldown with Tacita. So a win for the red team. Bit of a victory in the cooldown trade, even though it's a small one. But their gem count is at 122, so they still have 2 turn-ins. They still got 2 turn-ins here. They are not out of this yet. The late game is all that matters right now. Yep, at this point in time, they can still win the game. Even though they haven't taken a single fort down yet. Not one. But they gotta win team fights. And they finally got a few kills, but they gotta make the plays here. They have an opportunity now to go for the light bomb engage again. So far, I haven't seen a good one yet. Poik has 42 gems. It's huge risk right now. If you go into a fight and you lose a few of your heroes, you know that you're just eating dirt. Whoopi, 40 gems turned in by him. Can they get the rest? One team has a turn-in opportunity. Chili Mountain still needs a few more gems, but they're getting them right now. They're getting them right now and they could turn in, but the fight is already starting. And this is the big one. This is the one that Granit Gaming has to win if they want to have a chance to ever come back into this game. If they lose here, then Chili Mountain is going to drop them, and 42 gems have just now been lost as Genji dies. Breeze gets barely saved by Gulnar, but they are with the back to the wall now. This is a disaster situation for Granit Gaming. They won map number 1. They took it on the first map of the series on Battlefield of Eternity, and right now the Web Beavers are going to come down, and we have the boss getting attacked too. Might as well throw a Hail Mary here and go into a 4 versus 5, because if you don't take this, if you don't beat them in the throw pit now, then you just don't stand a chance. I'm not gonna bet a single cent on them if they have to face off against the boss and the Web Beavers. After they lost the first keep already, this has to be a lights out move. How the hell are you ever gonna win this one? There's just no way that you defend this. Look at the experience alone. They're nearly on level 20. This is gonna be an attack with web weavers, with a boss and a level 20 talent advantage. There's just no way. If you go for the Hail Mary, likely you're going to lose it, but there's an outside chance that you somehow turn it. Of course, Masquerade was zoning them off as best he could. Here comes the Light Bomb engage, finally, but it's not enough. The stun into the wall right away. Here's the battle. Do they get the kills? Divine Shield on Ultha. Nice wormhole again, pushing them back, saving the day for now for Chili Mountain. But of course, the first Web Weaver is already on the core. The Keep has fallen in the top lane. So has Johanna. She's dead. Mid lane is getting attacked. It's an utter disaster. Granit Gaming is getting murdered here. This is the final nail in the coffin. The core is falling. It's falling rapidly. No chance of redemption. It's a victory here. They take the game. Nicely done. Chili Mountain, they turn it around and they win the series with a 2-1 and move to the winner bracket final to face off against Oxygen.